Hello, how are you?
Good, thank you. Welcome to business lecture. I mean, that's it.
Thank you.
On this channel, there is no hidden product placements, Amazon links, great straps to sell, and we do not plan to make you a gentleman. If you're not one, you will never become one.
Hey guys, it's Paul Pluta. Paul Pluta on the Paul Pluta channel, paid reviews. Very important part of the ArchieLuxury franchise is the paid reviews. So this is the home of paid reviews, Paul Pluta channel. We're doing paid review M11. And because I invented wristwatch checks, well, at least on YouTube I did. Wristwatch check, Rolex Air King, the king of the airwaves, because I'm the greatest YouTuber in the watch space. Okay, this is a email paid review from Ian. And the topic is Jaeger-LeCoultre, still toxic. Still toxic. And I got to tell you, I was also having a detailed conversation with Lance, the boy Lance. I was having a detailed conversation from Lance, and I got to tell you, in all honesty there, this is a topic that's come up. Jaeger-LeCoultre, still toxic. Lance is my friend who, he sells a few. He was a watchmaker. He was trained at Bruin Sterling. He was doing his apprenticeship. Then he went into the military. He came back and he's doing a bit of work he sells a bit of parts, Rolex parts. If you want his contact details, email me and I'll share it with you. I had a bit of a fight. Lance can be a bit feisty. He asks me dumb questions and I explode. But Lance is okay. Now, Ian, let's go back to Ian, because Ian's paying the coin for this video. So this was just a paid review, which I decided. So it was a paid question, $20 US for a question. And I thought this was such a good advice, I would turn it into a video. So he gets a upgrade. It's like being in the parlor and we're getting full service. Let's go through the question. Lance says, hi Arch, I listened to a few of your videos about Jaeger-LeCoultre, JLC, from about a year ago. You said the brand is terminal and toxic. I was considering either a Jaeger-LeCoultre Geophysic True Second or a Jaeger-LeCoultre Master Control Chronograph. My question to you are, big picture, is Jaeger-LeCoultre still toxic? Number two, what is your view of the Geophysic and the Master Chronograph? Looking forward to your thinking. Dropping you a PayPal donation now, Ian. And I said to Ian, this is the advice I gave him. I said, Ian, Jaeger-LeCoultre, very, very soft. Okay, they are best avoided. There you go. You heard it from the pontiff. Best to avoid those fucking things. Better to buy steel, larger Jaeger-LeCoultre Reverso or Master Control with complications. That's if you're going to go down the JLC route, buy a model the brand is famous for. Big picture, is Jaeger-LeCoultre still toxic? Fucking soft. That's the comment. If this was a stock, the advice would be hold. Don't buy, hold. Okay? That's the advice. Number two, what is your view of the Geophysic and the Master Chronograph? And this was my answer. I said to him, now the Geophysic True Second. So Geophysic, it's like Rolex had a model called the True Beat, and basically the seconds were like a quartz, tick tick. Normal manual wind is tick, but a true beat is a true second. Quite a hard thing to do on a mechanical watch. Okay, quite a hard thing to do on a mechanical watch. The question is, of course, what do I think of it? I actually hate, personally, I think that is a stupid fucking complication. The true seconds, I think it is fucking stupid. Okay, that's just my opinion. Some people love it. I think it's fucking stupid. And he was also asking me about master chronograph. Look, and this is my answer to him. I said, look, if you're going to buy these soft brands, JLC, brands like that there, you got to look at what are their iconic models. What are they famous for? JLC is famous for, in my opinion, the reverso. So I would say reversos, manual wind reversos, or the master control. These other things, these more sporty JLCs, ooh, they can be dangerous. My advice to him was, this is another dog for a dog. Ow, ow, ow. Yes, speaking of dogs, Let Dogs Be Dogs. That's right, this is one of the greatest books around, written by my good friend Mark Goldberg. Mark Goldberg, he co-wrote it, I should say. Let Dogs Be Dogs, available on Amazon.com. There you go. Let Dogs Be Dogs, fuckers. Oh, and by the way, also, if you're after a good read, The Day I Met Bigfoot, Craig Durham, another good book. He's a fan, a viewer. Okay, sorry, let's get back on track here, talking JLC dogs. If you're going to buy a dog, I reckon the best chronograph dog to buy would be a Zenith El Primero. They have a long history in chronographs. They came out in 1969. Apparently there was a big competition. They may have been first. It's how do you measure first? But they were one of the early pioneers of an automatic chronograph, and they were a little bit special because they were integrated chronograph, not just a module add-on, and it was a column wheel chronograph. Okay, automatic, integrated column wheel chronograph. I think Zenith is a soft brand as well. I think for a chronograph, Zenith is more known for chronographs. So I think, personally, I own both a Zenith and a Jaeger-LeCoultre. I've got the Reverso and I've got a Zenith El Primo chronograph. If you're wanting a chronograph, go with the Zenith. It's the iconic model. Don't go for an ugly one. Fuck me dead. In Zenith, there is some fucking ugly dogs. I've gone for the El Primero Chronomeister 1969. Beautiful, two-colored eyes, the open, exposed heart, open heart, and the red second hand. Fucking cool. By the way, Sydney Watch Exchange has one, newer than mine, for sale. He'll do a deal. And I said, Rolex is king of value retention. Rolex, 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 Rolex. Now, I honestly, he then came back to me and gave me a little bit more info. He said, oh, thanks. That's such a bummer about JLC. I thought they made really cool and well-made stuff. Well, they do. They are very cool and very well-made stuff. Yes, as I said, Patek quality at a Rolex price. The problem is resale is atrocious. Currently, I have an Explorer 2 and a PAM 176. I'm looking for a 40mm daily driver that can dress up or down. So, okay, already we've got problems with going JLC. JLC is a bit of a delicate brand. It's not really good to be a daily driver. These are a special piece, not something you just hack around with. That has something unique about it, which is why I like the Geophysics True Second Deadbeat. True Beat, I think you mean. The JLC Master Control Chronograph looked pretty cool as well. Looking for something in stainless and in-house movement, none of the ETA crap. And wanted something JLC level or higher, but not to pay a bomb. And nothing like a Patek. Too many wankers wear them. Thanks a ton, Ian. well, I'm not really sure whether you've got the budget for a Patek, but I mean, there's some really high-end chronographs out there. What else is out there? Well, how about the Breguet Type 20? That's a beautiful piece. Breguet Type 20, that's a bargain on the second-hand market. It uses a Lemania, which Lemania used to make the movements for Patek chronographs. That's correct. They were Lemania based. Now, admittedly, it's not a column wheel. Well, beggars can't be choosers, and I don't think you're super rich. So that's where I'd be going. I think the Zenith El Primero is probably a better way to go. That is where I would go. Now, let's just clarify, is Jaeger-LeCoultre still toxic? I think Jaeger-LeCoultre makes beautiful stuff. No questions at all. However, the servicing costs on JLC can be pretty fucking nasty. I'm actually going to be getting my Jaeger-LeCoultre Reverso Grand Date service soon. Now, and I thought, I wouldn't mind getting it serviced by JLC. And the estimate was near my Patek World Time. Now, fuck, I don't mind pumping in the big bucks for my Patek. It's a Patek Philippe. It's a Grand Classique from Patek Philippe. But I got a bit of a problem when the watch is worth nowhere near as much as my World Time and the service costs are the same. So I gotta be honest with you, disappointing. Some of these JLCs, they can be fucking expensive to service. I also don't like ultra thin. A lot of the ultra thin, from a horological perspective, it's amazing. It's so thin, it's so this, but when maintenance comes around, it needs a lot more things to be changed. Whereas if it was a bit thicker, it wouldn't wear out. So ultra thin can be a bit of a financial disaster. JLC, is it still toxic? Look, I would say if every collection should have one JLC. I wouldn't get more than that. I would not get more than that. One JLC is more than enough. One is enough. The same applies to Zenith. I think Zenith also, one Zenith is fucking enough because they have atrocious resale. They're hard to flick. Now you could say, well, that doesn't matter because I'm going to keep it. It's a keeper. I'm not selling it. Well, how many times have I heard that? It's like getting your girlfriend's name tattooed to yourself. You know the relationship is doomed. As soon as you do that, you've doomed it. You've doomed it. And that's the same thing with JLC. I think the watches are amazing. There are some amazing second-hand buys, but they can be a fucking very expensive thing to service. Very expensive, very costly to service. That is the truth. That is honestly the truth. Very costly, very expensive. So, would I do it? Would I service a JLC? Well, you can use an independent. Sometimes it's hard to get bits. JLC's a magic watch. Magic. But fuck, we've got to be realistic. We've got to be realistic. There's no point putting our head in the fucking clouds and dreaming of Dixie. We've got to be sensible. There is a problem. These brands here, if they have no resale value, what the fuck are you going to do? Most of the people who watch this, everyone says, I'm not going to sell it, doesn't matter, I'm going to keep it forever. Yeah, haven't I heard that before? Have I not heard that before? It's very tough, okay? Please work with me, not against me. Please work with me. I think one JLC is okay, no more than that. Same as Zenith. One Zenith is okay, no more than that. Rolex is the retaining of value. Now, I understand you don't always want to buy Rolex. Okay. You want a chronograph, you want this. Okay. Just be careful. You got to go into these brands carefully, okay? And there can be some nasty surprises at resale time. So there you go. That's my view. Is JLC toxic? Fucking oath it's toxic. It is toxic sludge. But that doesn't make it bad toxic sludge. It's quite cool toxic sludge. I'm Paul Pluta. Like, subscribe, tell your fuckhead friends, and don't forget to put some nasty comments down below. Until next time, ciao fuckaroonies. Cart, great vid, Arch.